Hello, today I'm going to show you how to do a sun salutation. This is something that we use a lot in yoga. It's often incorporated into a practice. It warms the full body, stretches out all of the muscles, and it also helps you to get into that really meditative flow state. So to start off, we're going to start off at the top of our mat and standing with your feet together, hip width apart. You can also have the heels of the feet together. If you're a male, that might be a bit more comfortable. If you're female, our hips are usually a little bit wider, so it's usually nicer to have your feet hip width apart, but it's fine whichever way. Gently just tuck the tailbone in slightly so that your spine really straightens and so that your hips are in line with your knees and ankles. Roll the shoulders back so that they're in line with the body and they're not rounded forward. Bring the hands on either side of you, stretch the fingertips down towards the ground and the palms of your hands facing forward, and then look forward and lengthen through the crown of the head. This is Tadasana, and this will be your starting position. Now as you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead until they meet in a prayer position above the head. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and begin to fold forward until your head drops all the way down. Your neck is completely loose here and free. Your hands come down to the mat just gently. You can keep a bend in the knees here. They don't need to be completely straight. And this helps to release out the lower back by keeping the knees slightly bent. Then on your inhale, you'll straighten through the legs, straighten through the back, and actually look forward. Really open through the chest here and bring the palms of the hands to the shins. So you're looking forward and straightening the spine here. Then as you exhale, fold back down completely, letting the head drop. As you inhale, plant the hands and step the left leg back so that you're into a kind of a lunge position, but you're supported by your hands. And then as you exhale, step the right leg back to meet it, so you're in a plank position. And then on the same exhale, you're going to drop your knees, your chin and your chest down to the mat at the same time. Keeping the elbows tucked in towards the body here and the hands planted. On your inhale, untuck the toes to bring the tops of the feet to the mat. And as you inhale, just lift the crown of the head slightly so you're gently rounding the upper back. Elbows are tucked in tight, hands are planted firmly down. Look forward and just open through the chest. Then as you exhale, tuck the toes again, push up through the hands, lift the hips all the way up and back into your downward dog position. Your hands should be shoulder width apart and your feet should be hip width apart here. Wrap as if you're trying to wrap your armpits towards your face. This helps you to support the shoulders, to really strengthen and support through the arms. And also try to make sure that there's a straight line all the way down your spine, all the way to your fingertips. So the position that I'm in now, whereas if you look like this, my back is very rounded, there's not a straight line. So you want to try and make a straight line from the hips all the way down to the mat to your fingertips. And this is your downward dog position. As you inhale, round through the back here and step your left leg forward to the top of the mat as close as you can to in between your front hands. It doesn't have to be all of the way. As you exhale, you then jump the right foot up to meet it and come to a forward fold. Inhale, your halfway lift again, so look forward, straighten through the back, Bring the palms of the hands to the shins. Exhale, fold back down. As you inhale, root to rise, slight bend in the knees, and lift all the way up. Bring the arms all the way up to meet in a prayer position. And as you exhale, bring them back to heart center. And that's your first sun salutation. And that was the left hand side we started with when you step back. So now we're going to do the same on the right hand side. So inhale, arms rise up, meeting in a prayer position above the head. As you exhale, really hinge at the hips here. So don't just lean forward with your upper body. Really tilt the pelvis forward as you drop down into your forward fold. Keeping a bend in the knees here, stability in your posture through the feet. And then inhale, straighten the legs. Straighten the back, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands on the mat. Step the right leg back this time. And when you step back, just make sure that you're looking forward. So don't be looking down at your feet. Look forward here. Then as you exhale, the left leg comes back to meet it into a plank position. And gently lower your knees, chin and chest down to the ground. Inhale, untuck the toes so the tops of the feet come to the mat. The legs are fused together here and you're pressing down through the legs for some support. Keeping the hands where they are, tucking the elbows in. And as you inhale, lift the crown of the head and feel that stretch in the front of the shoulders and the chest. As you exhale, tuck the toes slightly, pushing yourself up, lifting the hips up and back into your downward dog position. Inhale, round the back and step the right leg all the way through to the front of the mat. As you exhale, step the left leg to meet it and forward fold, let the head drop down. Inhale your halfway lift, you know what to do with this one now. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find stability in your feet here, strength through the legs as you roll up and your arms come to meet in a prayer position above the head. And as you exhale, bring your hands back down to your heart center. When we're doing sun salutations, we always make sure to do the left side then the right side. Never do just one on its own, as you need to always keep things even. We're going to go a little bit faster each time as we go through. Inhale, hands rise up, meet in a prayer position. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, straighten the back. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, plant the hands, step the left leg back. Exhale, the right leg comes back and the knees, chin, chest come down to the mat. Inhale, untuck the toes, tuck the elbows in and lift the crown of the head, look forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips back up into downward dog. Inhale, step the left leg through to the front of the mat. Exhale, the right leg comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise back up, hands come into a prayer position pointing towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, the hands come back to heart center. The right side now, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Open through the chest and lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, let the head drop down. Inhale, plant the hands. This time step the right leg back and look forward. Exhale, step the left leg back and lower your knees, chin and chest towards the ground. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the crown of the head and look forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips back into downward dog. Inhale, look forward, round through the back to step your right foot through to the top of the mat. Exhale, the left foot comes to meet it in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up, hands come to a prayer position. And as you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart center. We're going to go again on each side there, and this time I'm going to talk a little bit less, but I want you to really focus on your breath. So a big part of this movement is that it helps us to really synchronize our breath with the movements before we move on to the rest of our practice. Helps us to get into that meditative state, and just really helps us to use not only our full body but our full lung capacity and our breath awareness. So as you're breathing here, this doesn't actually have to be, a fast pace. When you're learning it, it seems more fast paced than it is. But actually, for each part and each part of the movement, you have around 4 seconds. So as you inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And each movement is linked with that. So you have about 4 seconds, and your inhale and exhale should usually be around the count of 4 for each one of these movements. So just try and be conscious of that this next time round as we go. So inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. 4 seconds on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, plant the hands, step the left leg back, look forward. Exhale, step the right leg back, knees, chin, chest, lower to the ground. Inhale, low cobra, which is rising the crown of the head, looking forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips back, open to downward dog. Inhale, step the left leg through. Exhale, step the right leg through to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, arms rise up to meet. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Straight away now. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands, step the right leg back. Exhale, step the left leg back, knees, chin, chest, lower to the ground. Inhale, lifting the crown of the head, low cobra. Exhale, push the hips back to downward dog. Inhale, step the right leg through to the top of the mat. Exhale, the left leg comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend in the knees as you rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a few moments there to just notice how that feels in your body. Allow the breath to normalise. And now your body and your mind are warmed up and ready for the rest of your practice. There is different types of sun salutations. That one is called Sun Sal A, and you know, that's kind of the general one that you would get in most classes, unless you're in a bit of a more advanced class or a mandala class or something very specific. This would usually be the sun salutation that you'd be using. So it's kind of the best one to begin with, and it's the most commonly and most widely used, and can be used by anyone at the beginning to warm up any practice. And it's also really good to use even if you're not going to do a full yoga practice. If you're only going to do a short bit of yoga each day, I'd recommend doing a couple of sun salutations every morning, as you know, they work and warm up the full body, and they're just a really, really nice kind of simple practice to do once you get to know them. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, or pop me an email. Thank you.